Om Shanti, dear,
Oh,
dear, 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 dear,
Om
dear.
Shanti.
Yeah, dear Didi
Om
Sudesh. Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Very,
Shanti.
very warm welcome to you. Triple Om Shanti, a million times Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Good
So
morning
happy.
to all my Baba's special diamonds around Baba's neck,
And
sparkling diamonds
they are so
from
special
all
that
over the
Baba is
world,
here.
but here
Yeah.
from so many different countries.
And
It's
they are
very
so
interesting.
special.
Yeah.
They are so special, Didi, that they're getting a very, very special gift this morning, which is your presence in this beautiful global silence retreat. And we're very happy that you can join us in this beautiful time zone on the east part of all the Americas. So very, very warm welcome.
Yeah.
And you will remember that now we're in Zoom, but we are also in Sata region. We're also in Baba's heart, and we're in Madhuban.
Yeah.
And you will remember that in Madhuban, when you come to read the Murli, there's usually a young little boy or a young little girl, Baba's children, waiting for you with a beautiful flower. Now, these little boys have become a little bit older, so many, many decades later, these little boys are still here waiting for you with flowers. And the flowers in Zoom have bloomed. So this is a big flower to you. You see, it's as big as me. So welcome.
Welcome. Am I getting the flowers, or I am seeing the Sun Dynasty souls, sparkling face, and always those who are facing the sun. And so here you are, in fact, though I have to finish the Murli in time, but as you have offered the flowers, and we have reached, where the sun shines. The Sun Dynasty is created. The sweet Madhuban home. In fact, though, if we all can be so brought in this one screen from all our different places in the world, on this level, Baba's technique is very, very powerful and special. So let us now, all of us, reach Madhuban, fly Madhuban, because Murli is placed in Madhuban. And today Baba is speaking. The Madhuban Murli, of course, goes by post, but no, we ourselves are actually emerged there in front of Baba. So in the packet of love, in the wrapping of godly love, in the power with the power of being detached from this physical world where we are here. So we have become, we are reaching on this level. There was a time when Baba says, be like a lotus flower. Be like a lotus means detached. And that is the first aspect of becoming detached from body. And then the second is become a rose flower. Learn to be with thorns, but totally beyond. Don't allow your fragrance to be influenced by that. Don't allow your gentleness and your color to be colored by anything else. Thorn can stay down below and you stay up above. And today, what you are telling me, no, we are the sunflowers who always, wherever the sun moves, we move on that side. So you are following Shrimat. Shrimat, as the Shrimat is giving direction, accordingly you are following Baba's Shrimat and you are moving about what Baba is saying, not only just in one aspect, thoughts, words, action, connection, directions in every aspect, and that makes us fly in the fortress of protection. To be in front of the protector and make us also the world protector with the protector of the supreme protector, the supreme being who brings us into the fortress of perfect purity, perfect beauty. Let us hear what is whispering today in our ears. Every day, he gives us a different title and gives us a different job. Let us see what he is saying today. Om Shanti. The essence of today's Murli, the 3rd of September. Sweet children, your bodies are not guaranteed. That is, the death has no calendar. Therefore, whatever auspicious task you want to perform, do it today. Don't leave it tomorrow. Not even actually thinking of, okay, we can do this task some other day. No, don't leave it till tomorrow, but do it now. Question: what is the way to make everything of yours successful? That is to become prosperous. Answer: make Shiv Baba your heir, your child, and he will make you prosperous for 21 births. He is the only one who becomes everyone's child and makes everyone successful. Everyone successful for everything. Everything makes successful as well. However, some are afraid. They think that they will perhaps have to give away everything. And they, whatever they have, fear. Perhaps we have to give up everything. No, Baba says, there's no question of being afraid. There's no question of being afraid. Continue to look after your children. This is what you are afraid of now. If I give away everything, who will look after my children? Who will pay the electricity bill? Who will pay the mortgage? What will happen if somebody becomes sick? Look after everything properly. Of course, sustain them. But remember the child. Who is your child? Can God become your child? Is it possible? He doesn't take birth, and how becomes our child? It is just adoption. Just God has adopted us through Brahma, and we adopt him with the power of love, faith, dedication, surrender, and fulfilling our wish of belonging to the one who's ever bestower, ever powerful, ever loving, giving, caring. He sustains us. He becomes our heir. How? Whatever task he has to do. For that, the centers are established. And he gives a child in the form of a manifest in that center as a child. And you give your time, energy, qualities, specialities, skills. Whatever you have belongs to him, including you. So you make Baba your child. And this child becomes so prosperous that sustains many. And so this is why, make this child so beautiful one that many are sustained through that. So remember the child. So If you surrendered yourself to this child, he will serve you a great deal. So he will make us prosperous for 21 birth. Om Shanti. Now I have to read Murli straightforward because otherwise I won't finish. But there are many stories in this Murli which I remember I have heard with my ears and I have seen Baba's face at that time. So it's like a direct picture. This is why I say, let us go and sit in history hall in a Madhuban. Om Shanti. At this time, all children are sitting at the centers at different places. Of course, definitely understand that they are listening to the elevated versions of Shiv Baba. But we are sitting in Madhuban. Yes. There's another organization like this one. Those one too have many branches. And they would also record tapes, etc., lectures, where they have their head office, where their guru would live, and they would be remembering him. But no one apart from you would be remembering the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The Parlokic Father only comes at this confluence age. He sits here and gives you children his introduction. And what happens? What is the magic as soon as we get his introduction? The intellects of you children develop faith and have the intoxication. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, speaks Murli at this time. It is mentioned in the scriptures that Krishna played a flute, Murli, in Madhuban. Madhuban is the one place, main place, and the Murlis are sent everywhere from here. It is in the people's intellect that Krishna plays a flute. But it can never enter anyone's intellect that Shiva speaks Murli. It is the Supreme Soul, Shiv Baba speaks Murli. No one knows that. Whenever your centers, wherever your centers open, everyone there understands that Shiv Baba plays the Murli through Brahma, which is then heard by all the Ganges of knowledge. All of us become the Ganges of knowledge, and it is then related to others. Their intellects remember Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba is called God. It is not mentioned in any scripture that Shiv Baba speaks the Murli. No matter where you children are, you understand. Either we are hearing on Zoom or wherever we are sitting, what do we believe, what we do understand? The Murli that we are receiving, hearing, is Shiv Baba's Murli. Sweet versions spoken by God, by the sweet Father. No one apart from Shiv Baba can teach this. The Father himself says, remember me and I will give you the inheritance. Baba continues to tell you children, constantly remember me alone. Do not remember anyone else's name or form. You have been collecting photos of corporeal beings for birth after birth. You have also been saying special prayers, etc. You have now stopped keeping pictures of the deities, etc. Souls on the path of devotion remember the Father. Only when they become body conscious, what happens? Only when we become body conscious, we remember, they do remember the body. Only when they become body conscious do they become body conscious and remember body. And as soon as body you remember, automatically the property of Raman is visible. And so this is why body conscious opens the door of the castle of Raman. The father repeatedly says, consider yourself to be souls and continue to remember the father. It is the souls that have become impure and unhappy. The soul says, I was an emperor and I have now become a pauper, bankrupt, poor. You have now remembered that we are Baba's children. So we are becoming prosperous again. We are God's children. We receive the inheritance from the Father. So we recognize him, we have intoxication, we have faith, we have direct relationship with him. So we receive the inheritance from the Father. The Father now says, give everyone the Father's introduction. And as soon as the complete introduction souls receive, the full introduction of God, his name, 8 things about him: name, form, powers, qualities, function, where he is living, what is home, what he does not do. And when can we meet him? Why should we meet him? What we receive from him and what's our relationship with him? When all these 8 things are very clear, in this new birth, we become worthy to claim the inheritance. The Father now says, you children, Baba says, children, you have now remembered that you are Baba's children. Receive inheritance from the Father. The Father now says, give everyone the Father's introduction. There's no other task as auspicious as this, to make others also heirs. You shouldn't delay doing this auspicious task. Physical bodies are not guaranteed, neither young ones nor old ones. Therefore, whatever you want to do, that today, when you say today or tomorrow, no, do it today. Leaving up to tomorrow, death will eat you up. The Father has opened such a big hospital, come university, through which you receive health, wealth, and happiness. If you have health and wealth, you are happy anyway. If a person has a body free from disease and his wealth is happy, therefore the Father says, whoever wants to perform an auspicious task, do it now. So if health is there and wealth is not there, they are unhappy. If wealth is there, health is not there, they are not happy. When health and wealth is there, relationship is not good, they are not happy. In fact, they are happy also for temporary, for short time. And so the Father says, now, whoever wants to perform an auspicious task, do it now. Simply take 3 feet of land and open the hospital to become ever healthy, to cure the disease, chronic disease of the soul. Give everyone the Father's introduction. The Father is creator of heaven. And so you should definitely receive the inheritance of heaven from him. The people of Bharat did receive the inheritance. The people of Bharat would easily be able to understand these things. Means originally those who belong to Bharat, all of you are people of Bharat. Only you have just come to give us, to do service as a messengers, or you have gone for the unlimited business to do this business. So you are doing business to bring the souls back home. So they can believe, they can understand these things. They have built temples in their search of God. Those of the Arya Samaji don't believe in worshipping statues in the deities. This is why they believe that all of these pictures that you have been created are false. But this is education. These are the maps. These are not the statues or pictures. It's an education, just like in the school, you have maps, you tell history and geography, you explain things. So this is what we have to understand, that these are the things that you need. They don't understand, they think they are perhaps statues. This is why they believe that all of these pictures that have been created are false. There will continue to be many obstacles. It was actually a time when there was an exhibition in Calcutta, and the other side were some famous people, religious people hearing some scriptures from Guruji. And when people saw the exhibition, some explained they are the difference between the concept. And these people said, put these pictures on the fire because they don't believe God. And some literally came and put in fire. And so obstacles are created. And that's why Baba said that you can show your things before you go for exhibitions, etc. Okay, yeah, so many obstacles will come. But Baba says it is very easy to explain this. The Father's orders are, engage yourself to me quickly. Belong to me, engage yourself to me quickly. Only by engaging yourself to me can you claim a right to the inheritance. The Father is the spiritual surgeon. You are called his children, and so you too are surgeons. Okay, today's title. Yesterday were spiritual social workers. Today we are surgeons. We give the coolness, people burning in the fire, we give them the vessel of coolness, of nectar, and today we cure their inner disease. We are surgeons, the children of the Supreme. You definitely have to give the injection of knowledge to souls. Man mana bhav. This is the biggest, most powerful injection of all. All of your sorrow is removed by having remembrance of Baba. You become charitable souls by having yoga. And this injection actually is a very important injection to know where to look, where we have to give injection. Just like people, many times doctors, nurses cannot find the place to have the injection, physical nerve. But here is the injection, invisible energy. And there we have to give the injection of man mana bhav, remembrance through which the disease is cured. You become charitable souls by having yoga. Yoga is the only medicine. Generally in India, when a son is born or is adopted by the father, goes into his lap, he becomes a master of his inheritance. You now know that you are claiming your inheritance from the unlimited Father. How? By having remembrance. It is in remembrance that there are many types of obstacles. This is why you have to continue to make your remembrance firm. Simply take 3 feet of land and open this hospital. This is 3 feet of land. Mount Abu, Pandava, very small place. Is it not? Otherwise, for such an important college, hospital, you need 50 to 60 acres of land where people can come and study and take the injection of knowledge. It is remembered that they didn't even have 3 feet of land, and yet they became the masters of the world. This is also a story that one king was very proud of giving donation, but cruel as well. And so as he tortured so many at the time in order to conquer him. So they say that a midget person, very small midget, came and asked for donation. He said, what do you want? He said, I want 3 feet of land. 3 square feet means from 1 step, 2nd step, and 3rd step. But I will measure with my own legs. The king said, okay, you are such a midget, what land, how much you would need. Okay, go ahead. The first step, when he measured, became longer, bigger, bigger, bigger. The whole earth was measured in that. Now, he says, give me the 2nd step. What to give? There is whole land is already taken. Okay, take it up to the sky. And the 2nd step was go up, up, up to the sky. That land was also taken. Now what to do? Where is the 3rd one? Give me the 3rd step. Otherwise you will not get the blessing. Okay, what to do? Okay, measure myself. And he surrendered himself. And in this way he was salvaged. So the story is, Sababa speaks about 3 square feet of land. Start with short, but with following Baba's footsteps, following Baba's Shri Mat. Then you will make this same place prosperous and big. So then it will then gradually continue. Do have 3 feet of land. And Baba says, then you become the masters of the land. You become masters of the world. You are becoming the masters of the world. Are you not? To have 3 feet of land is not a big thing. It will then gradually continue to grow. After the foundation was laid, so many centers were opened then. So many change from shells into diamonds. Those who do this experience then also give the experience to others. So many change from shells into diamonds. Those who change their life and then experience a lot of benefit. Hospitals and colleges are open for the benefit of many others. It is the same here. Means a hospital is not necessarily open that for your cure, but it's for others. School, college, university is not only for yourself, but for many others. So many will take benefit. Put up a board outside. Clinic for health. Clinic for health and wealth for 21 births. In Hindi, it would be said, clinic for 100% purity, peace, and happiness. However, some children do not have any interest in doing service. What is the reason? The interest does not develop. What is trapping them? The web. The web of family and relative is said to be like the spider's web, creating one after another and being trapped in it. They themselves become trapped in the web. The father comes and removes you from the spider's web of Raman. This would not be said of the golden age. Here, two people create their own web and die in it. This is Raman's kingdom. Raman's web is so big that is over the whole world. All are sitting in the cottage of sorrow. All sages and holy men are trapped in Raman's web, spider's web. The father says, now, forget all of them. Don't worry about them. Forget all of them. And constantly remember me alone. Only by having remembrance will all your sins be absolved. Yeah, Baba said, don't make this one mistake. What I have asked you to forget, you keep remembering them. And what I'm asking, remember, you are forgetting. You have to remember me and forget others. Forget difficulties, forget problems, forget whatever has happened in the past. And you keep remembering them and forgetting me. So how can you get on well then yourself and with others, or and feel good? You cannot be cured then. Only by having remembrance will your all sins be absolved. So you must not delay in carrying out an auspicious task. That is purifying, curing yourself, and also doing the same for others. They also give an example of how by delaying a task, a person dies before being able to carry it out. And then when that soul is invited to take the bhog that is offered to him, he cries a great deal. It is then said, look, you postponed everything while you were saying today or tomorrow, I will do it, I will do it. Death ate you up. This is a real story. I think after Murli, if the time is there, I will relate this. This is a story. Through trans messenger, this soul asked to sign the signature for the court. Okay. Achha. Such complaints are then made that you were not able today and tomorrow. And then you die. This is why it is complained that you have to renounce attachment. Worldly relatives are not going to give you any benefit. Baba has now become your child. He says, make me your heir and I will serve you. Make me your heir and I will serve you a great deal. This is why Baba asked, how many children do you have? If a family comes and they introduce, this is my son, this is my daughter, or before even, Baba asked, how many children do you have? Baba, these two children. We have only two children. Yeah, we came into Baba with this is only two children. And then they realize, yes, Baba is also my child. So Baba asked, how many children you have? If you make me Shiv Baba your child, you will become very prosperous for 21 births. A Kumari goes to her home, means she is married. They are so anxious to have a son. And some people have this concept. If they don't have a son, They try to marry, they get married 2 or 3 times with the hope that they will get a son. So Baba says, make me your child. Your physical children will not serve you at all. This one becomes your real child. He makes everything of all of you successful. However, some people are afraid that they will have to give away everything, and whatever they have, what will happen then? The father says you have to look after your children, etc. But you have to remember this child. This one make you prosperous. People go to Kashi, Banaras, and sacrifice themselves. They believe that by sacrificing themselves to Shiva, they will receive liberation in life. In fact, that applies at this time. Here, you surrendered yourself to Baba. They have attributed something of one time period to another. It is not the physical body. You have to cut throat and surrender yourself. But of course, you have to become Ganesh. Let go of this part. Thinking, old seeing, old hearing, old way of speaking. Let go of this. If a wisdom comes, then you're as wise as elephant. Memory becomes sharp, vision becomes clear, focused. You become trusty, powerful, flexible. So many aspects are there. You are able to cut all the bondages that you were there. It's not that you're riding a mouse, but you are actually controlling, having that power. So just do surrender this part. This is our Kashi. Shiv Kashi. Shiva is called the Supreme Being, the benevolent surrender. So Baba says, and they go to Kashi and surrender themselves. But in fact, they have mixed the time, one time to another. If you surrender yourself to this child, he will serve you a great deal. He will give you a palace in heaven. Those sons will not do anything for you. At the most, they will feed a Brahmin priest. Whatever the people donate and whatever charity they perform, in fact, they do it for themselves, because then they think there should be some gratitude. Otherwise, what the society will say, what the Brahmin priest will say, and that is also sometimes only the external way, and sometimes we are creating our own good account in the name of goodness of the fold on ancestors, those who have given us gift of their values and their virtues. So that is also meaningful. Okay. They do for themselves. Therefore, do open this hospital, etc. is such a great charity. Wealthy people can open 10 to 15 hospitals. Okay, you don't study, let others take benefit. If you are not sick, those who are sick, they can take the benefit. With just only 50,000 rupees, they will then able to sustain them. 50 hospitals can be opened. Because at that time, rent was you can rent a place very in small amount of money. And gradually then, from one room, another room, Brahmins emerge, and many centers are opened. The Father is showing you such an easy way to do service. Go to the banks of Ganges and the river sides and serve everyone there. Baba says another method is also there. But stick Baba's introduction on your back on a piece of paper or on a cloth, printed it, right? People will read it by themselves. This is also, and it was actually done. People really wore the address, Trimurti on one side, Kalpatri on the other side. And then some other pictures on the shelf on kind of sleeve. The tree, the steps, they made it dress, a mobile exhibition. Service, Baba says, many ways there are doing service. Renounce body consciousness. If a wealthy person does this, people would say, wonderful. This one does not have any body consciousness at all. But main thing is you have to give Father's introduction. The Father is the creator of heaven. And so why we are sitting in hell? Why should we not be worthy of living in heaven? The Father now has come and says, renounce all bodily relations, that is attachment, and remember me alone. How did Bharat become hell from heaven? What made it hell? How did? Oh, and how was made heaven from hell? How was made Bharat from hell to heaven? How did Lakshmi and Narayan take 84 births? Come and we shall tell you this story. Yesterday Baba spoke about history and geography. Then so many people would gather together. People consider no other aspect for service, other way. People consider the river Ganges and the river Jamuna to be the purifier. So if Ganges is the purifier, then at least decide between the two. One, you go for Jamuna, you go for Ganga. So focus is remember only the one. Your children have now understood the drama, and so you have to explain to others. And if you don't enlighten others, who would say that your intellects are enlightened? If a surgeon is unable to give an injection, who would call him a surgeon? So you children have been completely enlightened. You have the secrets of 84 births in your intellects. You know this drama and the acts of the actors. And the act of the Father is the highest of all. He plays part with the children. Other day, Baba spoke about 10 players of the drama. But in fact, there are 16 players in this unlimited play drama. See, after the Murli's time, I speak about. So the act of Father is the highest and high. His part with children is at this time. You are making Bharat into heaven, but you are incognito. This is, even on the screen, those who are visible, this is the incognito, non-violent Shiv Shakti army. So what are we today? Surgeons? Army, Shiv Shakti, non-violent incognito army. On the world, everything is theirs is physical. So many people go to the Kumbh Melas to clean, to be free from sins, impurity. Here you have nothing physical. You are on a spiritual pilgrimage. It's the internal purification. External cleanliness automatically comes. You are pilgrimage while sitting. You are on pilgrimage while sitting, standing, moving around. You are becoming pure. How? By bathing, by remembrance. Baba says, continue to remember Shiv Baba whilst performing actions. They say that God is in everyone. So there is a difference. The father says, wherever you sit, remember me. You then also have to do service. So many devotees go to the temples. Okay, go and do service there. Simply put these pictures on your back and continue to give the father's introduction. He shows you, Baba shows us many methods. Then go to the cremation ground. Go to the cremation ground. Is service there. And explain there. Explain the praise of the incorporeal Father and the praise of Shri Krishna. And now ask them, now tell me who the God of Gita is. Who the God of the Gita is. You should also have pictures with you. You can do a lot of service with them. In the train, if you don't have the posters, pictures, Baba says, you came without ornaments, you came without weapons. Now, this is what is protection, if you have, and it's really true. Many nice experience of that. Okay, if a female mother or a Kumari does this, it is her great fortune. Kumaris are the best of all. Kanaiya, the father of all Kumaris, is incorporeal one. Kanaiya is not Shri Krishna. Kanya means virgins, Kumaris. So it's not only Krishna's Kanyas, but the father is actually the father of all Kanyas, Kumaris, is Shiv Baba, and we are Brahma Kumars, Brahma Kumaris. The day before yesterday, in such a nice way, he said, purity is your reality, is your purity, because you are born and you are called Brahma Kumari, Brahma Kumar. Kumar means virgin, Kumar, child, innocence. So this, as soon as you think Brahma means Brahma, pure, Brahmachari, Kumar, Kumari, innocent and purity. So you are Brahma Kumar, Brahma Kumari. This is your spiritual birth, and it is your religion and your purity and the power you get. So explain, that's why the father of Kumar and Kumaris is the Supreme Soul, Shiva. Okay, explain. According to the drama, I explain it. The father is concerned about how to teach you children. So Baba is explaining. Now he was saying, I am the father of all. I am Kanaiya. And then he says that I have the concern how to teach you children. So different ways, how to do service, how to do it. And then he says, according to the drama, I explain it in the same way in the previous cycle. And I'm also explaining again today. So then this examples Baba had given before as well. Therefore, you too should become sticks for the blind. The children who receive the introduction also bring others. That too accumulates charity. Each of you should keep an account with yourself. Whatever you do, you will receive the fruit of that. If you bring others, they too can experience a lot of benefit. You children should pay a lot of attention to this business, auspicious task. What would you receive if you don't do service? Service service, and service. Have the aim. Service to the mind, service to the intellect, understanding, knowledge, service to personality through action. Service, service, service. You even say that you are on God's service. You can also serve everyone at home. The Father teaches you. So it is important how to serve at home. Please don't give them knowledge. No. Knowledge they will hear, but they want to see what you put in practice. So if it is better, they see the change, they see happiness, they see the qualities in us, and that is what it is actually giving knowledge to them, what God is teaching. Because they are seeing every day, watching us, what we are saying and what we are doing. To others, maybe we are clever in giving lectures, good exhibition, explanation, good giving seminars. But if they come, what percentage we are putting into action? So then this is very important. So what we do, what we teach, we become. And that is service, 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 and service. You even say that you are on God's service. So the Father teaches you, never allow your children to indulge in vice. If they don't obey you, then they are disobedient. If you give them money and they use it to commit sin, then that sin is accumulated on your account, your head. Baba advises you, but there are many who do something and then tell the Father about it afterwards. It shows you children many different ways. Baba shows you children many different ways of doing service. You children only have to do this business. Continue to do service. Service on trains too. And the Father will be pleased, and you will also receive the inheritance of constant happiness for your future, for 21 births. Acha. Acha. Okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found again children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And we spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Om Shanti. The essence for dharana. Maya has woven a very big web. Therefore, remove yourself from that web by remembering the Father. Engage yourself in carrying out an auspicious task. Don't trap yourself in the web of any bodily beings. Remove your attachment from everyone. Second point, give others the enlightenment of knowledge that you have received. Renounce body consciousness and do service in many different ways, as Baba has explained many today, many ways. Become a stick for the blind. Blessing. May you be loving to all and have soul conscious feelings for everyone. Seeing everyone as soul conscious feelings for everyone, and finish all other feelings, all other types of feelings. When you are body conscious, many types of feelings can arise. Sometimes you will find someone good, and sometimes you will find someone not so good. By seeing others in their soul conscious form, soul form, you will have spiritual love for them, because their soul is seeing the soul. In body conscious, we see the body. In soul conscious, we the soul. Then our own emotions, impressions, imaginations change, because then we are connected with the soul. If we are body conscious, we are connected with the property of Ravana. So by seeing others in their soul form, you will have spiritual love for them. By having soul conscious feelings, soul conscious vision, and a soul conscious attitude, you will be extremely detached and loving. As you extremely detached and loving, as you from relationship with everyone. So while walking and moving around, practice, I am a soul. I am a soul. And by doing this, I see a soul. I am a soul. While walking and moving around and practice this, I am a soul. And by doing this, many types of feelings and nature will finish. And you will automatically be loved by all. Giving love, you experience love. Spiritual love. Slogan. Those who have wings of zeal and enthusiasm attain success easily. Those who have wings of zeal and enthusiasm attain success easily. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। आया है लेकर झूमती बहारें, रिमझिम बरसती स्नेह की फुहारें। रंग निराला है, रूप सलोना, दिल चाहे उससे जुदा कब न होना। अब ना इंतजार कर बैठना, हिम्मत हार कर प्रभु का तो दीदार कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद।
Sudesh Didi, it's always such a pleasure to listen to you when you go into the flute player mode and make us dance with the sound of the flute. And I think the slogan also fits you very well with this, the wings of zeal and enthusiasm. You never lost your intoxication for Baba's Murli. And I remember listening to you years ago, you still had that fresh intoxication and you still have that same. You see, flowers, we have to change them every week. But flowers like you, they never, need to be changed. They're getting fresher and fresher. So what's your, you were saying that when you were reading this Murli, there was many stories that you had in mind, but you still have a few more minutes. We can wait for breakfast for another 10 minutes. I was wondering if you want to share maybe, one story or something. Sometimes you even remember when the Murli was spoken.
Which I witnessed at that time in Madhuban. The story, one brother had actually the account which has been combined for Yagya and also some account for himself. He wanted to will or to write proper and give the power of attorney so that if he's not there, it can be then certainly handled by someone else from the center. And so suddenly his health became a test and he left the body. It was a very good Baba's child, very special, very dedicated. But then I will do this task tomorrow. I will, because sisters always took the support of the brothers and trustworthy brothers, of course. And then when he came through the trans messenger, he started crying and asked for a piece of paper and pen. What would you do with the piece of paper and pen? He said, I want to give the power of attorney. I want to do my signature on that. But this signature will not function. And so it was just like a practical example of repentance that it's too late. Do the auspicious task, what you want to do it. Do it not tomorrow, not today, but now. So this was in that story that Baba reminded us that you see, you have experienced this, how this, the soul that emerged, that past came. It was through trans messenger, but the memory, the repentance in the soul remained that I could not do that. And there are many also beautiful points that time to time Baba actually expressed through his face. The love for Baba will reflect so much that when, for example, it's a prayer they make, "Oh Prabhu," and you could see the voice from his heart calling, not calling, but actually belonging to him. There was a song, "Nainheen ko raha dikhao Prabhu." Give me the light to see the path. And at that time, it is just like Baba is waiting to catch it and really to get it. And this is his real love, faith, believe that it is belonging to one. And he's giving again and again. Many times Baba is teaching us many different aspects. And in fact, makes us sit in the fortress of protection. Its protection is, he's creating this environment for us, just like in worldly way, wherever the fortress is made, most of the time, it's a water around. And then this fortress is built stronger and stronger. And each brick has its own value. If not even a single brick, not even a single brick is weak or broken. And so Baba is creating us first this practical, the ocean of love. Generate the ocean of love. And that is only when we really recognize the relationship in different aspects. Mother relationship, father's relationship, brother's relationship, friend's relationship, companion's relationship, company of his coloring me. And so canopy is protected all around us, but it's a joyful ocean around, swim in the ocean. Maya cannot come in it. And if it come, then you are safe. Because Baba pulls you up with his drishti, with his love. But we all of us are actually creating that the fortress, each individual, each brick, each one is brick of this fortress. And Baba is making us strong and powerful with the power of silence, giving these different places of retreats so that we can go within and see, make ourselves. In first aspect is the teaching he's saying again and again, that I am baking myself in the love, in the fire of love. And with pure consciousness, with the pure feeling of my eternal purity, my eternal religion, my eternal original divine personality, elevated stage. So this powerful, this purity in every aspect, which we have heard last month, every day, so many different aspects. And even today, I was speaking about vision, attitude, vibrations, intention, consciousness of this. And so this, if even a small thing, one thing is missing, then the bullet of Maya can hit us. And so going in the state of introspection, going deep within and forging this connection with the protector, we are protected. And also we become then the protectors for others, salvager for others. Because we are his children, and in this way, we are partner. This is combined business, joint business. Again and again, Baba says, I need help of you children. Up to now, You have been saying, God help me. Oh God, help me. And now God says, oh my children, help me. What kind of help God needs? It is once again the power of purity. And it comes through remembrance, through silence, through pure consciousness. And Baba is giving us today again and again the methods to put into practice. Just make Baba your child. And this innocent purity, the purity of innocence, automatically keeps the intellect also divine and pure. And his power becomes an umbrella of protection. All relationships with Baba means opening an umbrella of protection. If I'm holding an umbrella, one strength, one support, a closed umbrella, of course it's umbrella. It can work like a stick. And I also think stick for the blind is Baba. And I am just holding faith, determination, love, enthusiasm, everything. But until umbrella is not opened, switched on, it doesn't become a canopy. It is a stick can help you. So some support, it is of course a support which at a time when it is immediately Baba can help. But in fact, to maintain our protection all the time, keeping under the canopy, as soon as the canopy of an umbrella is opened, all the wires which are connected with each other becomes very clear, but connected with one rod. So we are connected with each other as a family. We are connected with each other as servers. We are connected with each other as messengers. And in Baba's vision, as we are the garland around Baba's neck, connected with each other with the same thread. But we are connected with each other as well. And so it is protecting the self with the power of purity and protecting others also with the spiritual divinity. And so welcome once again to create inner fortress. This is a sacred place which Baba has created inside all of us. But he is there, the main basic of it, holding hand of hand, Shrimat's hand. We are always protected. Hand means Baba's Shrimat. And when we are following it, practicing it, soul conscious stage, then all the obstacles can be removed. In fact, obstacles do not come anymore because we are flying with that zeal and enthusiasm with the power of purity and seeing from above, detached observer, and watching this drama, the game of 16 players. It's not only 5 voices or 5 elements that are playing the games. That day before yesterday or one in last week, Murli Baba spoke. But real game, real players are God's powers, which is our powers now. When they start playing, knowledge plays in action, purity in our personality, love, pure selfless love in our relationship, internal faith and trust for each other, happiness of who do I belong to, which family I belong to, whom I have adopted and who has adopted me. So all these practical qualities of knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, wisdom, truth, these players begin to play. But without the director, these players do not play the right play. And we cannot conquer the other 10 players on this field of action. So when we are actually learned to play, all the 16 players on this battlefield or in this drama, then without the protection cannot be, without the connection of protector, we cannot conquer 5 elements or purify the 5 elements or 5 vices. And so this is why the main power is the power of the director and that spiritual actor, spiritual energy that Baba has given of 5 main qualities of us. So now we become observer, put ourselves by absorbing this energy and stay in the castle of purity, peace, perfection, and protection with all connections with the One. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you again, Sudesh. It's lovely. Thank you for taking us back to this beautiful fortress of protection that becomes a beautiful castle of values and virtues in which we are diamond bricks, all of us. So lovely to have you with all of us this morning. Really, really appreciate. Thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon in such a region, in Madhuban, History Hall, somewhere. So thank you for joining us this morning. Really, really appreciate. And we'll remember you as this living sunflower that came to bring the sun in the Murli to all of us. So thank you so much again from all of us in this part of the world.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi Sudesh.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
And everyone, well, the retreat is not over yet, right? It's just continuing. So don't go too far. There will be, of course, a little break now for breakfast, but also the program will continue. So 11 o'clock New York time, you'll have this moment of reflections at this Global Retreat Center. So don't miss that session at 11 o'clock. And in between, you can have breakfast, some fitness exercise, breathe, and keep your eyes open, your heart open, and the retreat continues in silence. A big Om Shanti, everyone, and a lovely day to each and everyone. Om Shanti.